What's up, Legion and Boom? My name is Megan. I currently live in Vegas. And this is a little bit about myself and my journey and my story for this First Form sponsorship contest. So I didn't grow up super active. I played golf, not real active. Yes, walking, yes, carrying golf clubs. We weren't allowed to actually ride the golf carts in high school, and so we had to walk everywhere. But still, it wasn't a whole lot. Tried to eat like my parents. We did Atkins at one point. We did South Beach diet style diets, and that was mainly for them. So me and my sister ended up having to do that, but it still didn't really work when you're not active. And so growing up, I'm only about 5 feet tall. I would average about 155. And my senior year, I had an event happen. If you really want to know, message me and I'll tell you. Something that should never happen to anyone. And it kind of put me in this weird place, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Went through an extremely rough patch, and pretty much I stopped eating. Ended up getting down to about 125, which for me is a pretty healthy weight, but I did it a very unhealthy way by not eating. Anyways, needless to say, I ended up gaining that all back. Went off to college, attempted to work out at the fitness center in the dorm. Had no clue what I was doing. Ended up joining the military. Went to the Air Force, active duty, and that made me a little more active, and I had to lose some weight to get in, which I did. I managed to get down to mid 130s, give or take. But it didn't stay. Like, I didn't stay that way. I didn't stay active. I wasn't doing PT. I struggled. I had a hard time because we had all this food that was accessible in the dining halls, and it wasn't all healthy. And I ate pizza. Like, I would have stacks of pizza boxes in my dorm room while I was in the military. I got to about 185, and at 5 feet on my frame, which now I'm finally seeing what my frame actually looks like, that was quite heavy for me, and I almost got kicked out. I was in a bad relationship. It was very unhealthy. Lots of eating, lots of drinking. I mean, the first time I met this guy, between the two of us, we drank a half gallon of tequila in margaritas in one night. So it wasn't the best. So I ended up, before they had even finished all the paperwork, they had the paperwork to kick me out. All they had to do was sign it. I started making changes. When they saw that, that's when they told me that they had all the paperwork already written up, typed out, printed. All they had to do was literally sign on the line, and I would have been kicked out. Well, I didn't, because I started making changes, becoming a little more active, making better choices with food. I wasn't making awesome choices. It was a lot better than what it was. A lot less pizza. Trying to eat more salads. Anyways, needless to say, I did that for 4 years. And then moved to Utah. And I had all this support from people that some of them were from local, from around me. Others were people from all over the U.S. And I wanted to be able to kind of pay that forward. I didn't really know what that looked like at that point, so I started taking group fitness classes and started teaching turbo kick when I got certified in Turbo Kick. So I started teaching that. I got certified in Hip Hop Hustle and Pyo. Never really taught those, but it was still something that I could use. And so I ended up working a lot, and then I was teaching on the side, but I was still struggling. I still wasn't making the best choices. I did a Gold's Gym challenge, and I had this meal plan from a trainer, and it was awesome because as long as I followed this plan, this outline, which pretty much said meal 1 was this, meal 2 was this, meal 3 was this, and I did my workouts, like I got down to, it was a 3-month challenge, I got down to about like lower 130s, and by the time I got down to that was about the end of the 2nd month. Well, as soon as I didn't do that, I wasn't losing. So obviously something hadn't quite finished clicking in my head. Well, needless to say, I ended up getting my personal training certification while I was in Utah. I ended up moving to Vegas April of 2013, so last year, and I ended up meeting the trainer that I'm still working with, and she has not only been a trainer, she's also my coach. She has become an amazing friend. She's someone that I completely look up to, and she is prepping me for my first physique competition, and it's probably been the hardest thing I've had to do, but it's also been the most rewarding, because now I'm teaching group fitness classes again at a local gym here at Las Vegas Athletic Club, and they have these amazing members, and now I can not only keep my fitness up through these classes, I'm helping others, and I've been able to not only inspire people here, but whenever I post pictures of my progress, I'm getting people even back from Utah or friends from the military that are being inspired by me or motivated by my progress. And so it's been cool to not only watch myself transform, because sometimes it just takes a moment for it just to click. And that happened, I started working with my trainer last November 2013. I was back up to 165. Well, it took me until about mid-January when something happened, something inside clicked, and all of a sudden, following the plan, it wasn't a chore. It was something I wanted to do, and something I knew I needed to do, and so making, eating stuff that was off the plan wasn't an option, and so but having a cheat meal, I still could do that. But it was a cheat meal, not a cheat day, or having multiple cheat meals in a week, or eating off plan. And so have I made mistakes? Oh, most certainly. I mean, it's not, I'm still trying to do this, and I don't even have a full-time job. You can't even call it part-time, because it's like 4 or 5 hours a week that I'm working, and so I'm going to school, which makes it even harder. But it's this health and fitness journey is something that I want, but I also want to be able to pay it forward, which is why I've gone into the fitness industry and become a group fitness instructor and a personal trainer. I'm going to be working on a nutrition certification, And so as far as what I would do with this $10,000, well, first it's going to help pay for some of my competition stuff. So like entry fees, suit, tanning, travel, NPC membership, whatever it takes to be able to do these shows, because I know they're not cheap. And then I also want to be able to use this money to help pay it forward. So pay for, continuing education, for additional certifications, so that I can be in a better position to help others, whether it's just to be able to lose 10 pounds or lose 100 pounds, or be able to move better, or be able to spend more time with their kids, being active, just doing everyday things. In First Form, I've been able to use their products, and not only are they just awesome, it's helped me get to where I am today, which I was at 165 in November 1st. As of Sunday, I was at 128.2. I've never, ever, ever been this low. I've never been this small and this lean. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to look like, but I can see myself where I want to be. I don't know what it's gonna, where I'm gonna be as far as weight, but I know what I want to look like, and my whole plan for the next year, and this is just for the next year, as far as competing, I want to qualify for nationals in November, and then do a few more shows, just so I can get my name out there, because it's kind of, love, it's very political, and sometimes you just have to know people. And then do the USA's, which is a pro qualifier. So one of my goals is to become a pro. The shows I'm doing are NPC, and so it would be becoming an IFBB pro, which is what my trainer is. She's an IFBB figure pro. And so I won't be able to do that and support other people who want to do this. Maybe they want to compete, maybe they don't, it doesn't matter. But I want to be in the position to where I can support them and motivate and inspire and be able to help others do what I've done. Because without the support and help from other people, and being willing to ask for help, I wouldn't have gotten, it pretty much wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without the support and help of other people, without, an amazing trainer, without, people who support me. And the people who don't support me, well, I don't really talk to them, or even really deal with them about this, because if they're not going to support what I want to do and what my goals are, then why should I share my process, or why should I share with them my progress? Because if they're not going to support me, then it's negative. And I won't be able to keep people in my life who are positive and who are going to push me towards greatness. And that's what I want to do in the future, whatever that looks like, whether it's, having my own business, or just being able to, keep training and stuff at the gym that I'm at now. Whatever it looks like, I don't know, but I want to keep doing what I'm doing. I want to become a pro. I want to be able to do so much so I can help others, so that I can just pay it forward and, do what everybody else has done for me for other people. And then we can just create this whole fitness community that is here for each other. So that's, First Form has become that, from this contest, from this amazing company, from the people already sponsored, or just customers. And so it's awesome, and thank you for this opportunity. Whether win it or not, it doesn't matter. It's still a family, and that's what I really like about it. So thank you.